The night stretched out like a vast, dark canvas as I drove down the deserted highway. The only company I had was the rhythmic hum of the engine and the occasional flicker of distant streetlights. I glanced at the dashboard clock, 2:37 a.m. The road seemed to wind endlessly through the thick woods, and the shadows played tricks on my tired mind. I had been driving for hours, trying to outrun my thoughts, my fears, but they clung to me like a shroud, suffocating and relentless. The events of the past few days replayed in my mind like a horror movie, each scene more terrifying than the last. It had started innocently enough, a weekend getaway with friends, but things had taken a dark turn when we stumbled upon an abandoned house in the woods. Curiosity had gotten the better of us, and we had ventured inside, oblivious to the danger lurking within those decaying walls. That's when we found it. A room hidden in the depths of the house, filled with strange symbols scrawled on the walls and floor. The air had felt heavy with malevolence, and a sense of dread had washed over us like a tidal wave. We should have left then, turned tail and never looked back. But we were foolish, arrogant even, thinking ourselves invincible in the face of the unknown. We had laughed it off, dismissing it as nothing more than a creepy old house. But the nightmares had started soon after. Vivid, visceral dreams that left us shaken to our core. And then, one by one, my friends had begun to disappear, vanishing into the night without a trace. I was the last one left now, driving aimlessly through the darkness in a desperate bid to escape whatever malevolent force was hunting us. But the shadows seemed to grow thicker with each passing mile, closing in around me like the jaws of some unseen predator. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the middle of the road, illuminated by the headlights. I slammed on the brakes, heart pounding in my chest as I stared in disbelief at the woman standing before me. She was beautiful, ethereal even, with long, flowing hair and eyes that seemed to pierce straight through to my soul. But there was something off about her, something otherworldly that sent a shiver down my spine. "Please," she whispered, her voice like honey and poison all at once. "You have to help me. They're coming for me." I hesitated, torn between the instinct to flee and the urge to help this mysterious stranger. But before I could make a decision, a sound echoed through the night, a low, guttural growl that seemed to emanate from the very depths of hell itself. Without a word, the woman turned and vanished into the darkness, leaving me alone on the empty road. Panic surged through me, and I slammed my foot on the gas pedal, desperate to escape whatever horror awaited me in the night. But it was too late. They were everywhere now, emerging from the shadows with inhuman speed and ferocity. I could see their glowing eyes and twisted, monstrous forms closing in on me from all sides, their hunger palpable in the air. I screamed, the sound lost in the howling wind as they descended upon me like a swarm of locusts. And then, darkness consumed me, swallowing me whole as I hurtled towards an unknown fate. I woke with a start, heart racing and lungs burning as I gasped for air. Sweat soaked through my clothes, and my hands shook uncontrollably as I fumbled for the light switch. But as the room flooded with light, I realized I was alone, safe and sound in my own bed. It had all been a dream, a twisted figment of my imagination born from the depths of my subconscious. Relief washed over me like a tidal wave as I sank back against the pillows, grateful to be alive. But as I closed my eyes, I couldn't shake the feeling that something lingered in the darkness, waiting patiently for the next opportunity to strike. And as the echoes of my nightmare faded into the night, I knew that some horrors were all too real, lurking just beyond the edge of our perception, waiting to claim their next victim.